Welcome to another Firefight Training devlog. In this one, I'll show you how I added friendly fire to my game. Firefight Training is a 3D first-person platformer in which you have to extinguish fire to reach the end. To bring the levels and the concept together, I wanted to have a simple story for the game. There is no story yet, but I decided to work on some sort of storytelling system anyway. With that said, let me introduce you to Friendly Fire. A small cute flame that follows you around and gives you valuable advice. Actually, since quite early in development, I wanted to have a friendly fire ability, which isn't exactly what you might expect it to be. I thought of implementing a hidden button that turns all fire into friendly fire, which gives it googly eyes and a cute smile. But I went for this instead because I didn't want to impact fire performance in any way. I could still implement it later because I also have to rework the way fire audio is played, because attaching an audio source to every burning object and playing it breaks the game at one point. Using Magica Voxel, I made a simple flame with a smiling mouth and hopefully cute eyes. I exported it, imported it in Unity and made some animations for it. It was pretty straightforward. One animation for the eyes, yes, blinking eyes are very important, and one animation for the jump. Then I wrote a script for it to occasionally blink and jump towards the player, following him around wherever he goes. The jump is nothing pretty, it's basically just starting the animation and then sliding the flame towards the player. It doesn't actually even leave the ground. This is a little problematic when it jumps over edges, but I will eventually fix that later. Then I implemented the actual storytelling system. For that, I just quickly made a pixel art speech bubble and attached it to the flame. Once you come near it, the speech bubble appears, slowly displaying the message, accompanied by some sound effects, which I might replace with keyboard sounds or fire crackles later. You can also fast forward or skip a message by pressing tab, which should be pretty intuitive. So far, I only used this friendly fire to introduce some mechanics, and I'm not sure how much I like it. I think it could be better to have text appear when you enter certain areas, and disappear once you act accordingly. I'm also not sure about whether I like this to tell the actual story of the game, since I don't really know the role of this fire in the story and how the story will develop, but that is a problem for the future. Either way, let me know your opinions about it in the comments. As you should have seen in previous clips, I have split the tutorial level into different parts. Now there's an entire level for introducing movement, one level to explain extinguishing, refilling and different extinguisher types. I might actually have to further separate these mechanics. And I made 2 more levels for further movement introductions. One to explain the knockback of the extinguishers, and the other to teach the use of the explosion knockback of the extinguisher. I'm not entirely happy with those levels, but I have to start somewhere, and I can always remake them. We'll probably add more levels soon to let some friends test the game. I think there are still a bunch of things which don't feel right or are entirely missing, and receiving feedback is definitely valuable at any point in development. I hope it will help progress faster and make sure that the game is developing into the right direction. I really like the idea of the scorebook, but it's kind of annoying to navigate when you search a specific level. Therefore, I added a table of contents page which contains links to the pages. The system is already a lot better, but I'm not entirely certain if I'll keep it, since it's not really suitable for a large amount of levels. It kind of depends on how many levels I'll make. So far, I grouped and ordered them into different sections. The current sections are Tutorial, Practice, Advanced and Final Challenge, although I will change that pretty surely. Currently, I mostly have tutorial levels, so there's no better way to organize them, but later I will make a level for each of the mechanics to strengthen them. For example, after playing the Extinguish level, you know basic movement and basic extinguishing. Then there should be maybe up to 3 levels using those mechanics. That will help the player understanding and memorizing them before learning new abilities. And then I might add shortcuts or alternate ways to the levels, which you can only use once you completed later training. So you need to go back to earlier levels if you want to earn all stars, because you don't have the skills to earn special stars when you play the level for the first time. That more or less describes all changes. I also made some slight adjustments, like optional quick restart and added more statistics. I also remade the exit door, but nothing big. With that, it's all said and done for this devlog. I hope you enjoyed it. If not, that's okay too, just let me know what I could do better or any other suggestions for this game. I'll see you in the next video. Bye!